Hello friends, how are you doing? Hope you're doing amazing. It is Wednesday. Crap. Thursday. Day 7:44. Hope you're doing amazing. I just want to come in and just share with you a little bit of some reading from the book How to Win Friends and Influence People in the Digital Age. And so there's a section on it about developing resilience in an organization. And so I just thought I'd come in and just kind of share a little bit of my thoughts on it and what was written in it. So, if you ever grown a company or an organization of any sort, it could be business, it could be I don't know, maybe in the church, it could be family, it could be anything, right? Ideally, what we want to do is how do we develop resilience? We want to create. What's important is create an environment that's safe for people to fail, and so. That's more of a mature way to approach failure, right? I think we've all experienced people who shy away from those hard conversations when they fail or when they make a mistake, or maybe it's just an environment where they don't feel safe to do that. And so they don't bring it up, they don't take accountability. It could be a number of things. And so if you've ever been in that challenge, it's a great book to read. There's obviously a lot of different books to read that can actually help you with that. And whenever I do a reading, I really just want to take one snippet if I can and be able to apply it in my life. That's definitely something I would encourage you to do, because there's no way you can remember everything, and there's no way you can actually apply everything. So, but if you can get one nugget from a book that you read that you actually apply, I think that will definitely help you in the long run in your life, in any area, really. And so, let's see here. There's 5 different things. Let me see. I was going to read these notes. And so let's see here. Charlene Lee, in her book Open Leadership, she maps out 5 actions that leaders can take to instill organizational resilience within their teams. Okay, so for me, this popped up because I build a team. I build a number of teams, but anyways, one team that I've obviously been building is my dealers team for my events. Oh my gosh. And I'm very grateful for all the people on my team. They're amazing, amazing, amazing. Especially my core people that I can count on. And I know that they will show up and they're accountable. They're not flaky. They don't listen to feelings. They step up, basically. And I'm very grateful to be able to have people like that around me. It is very important. And so 5 things. So number 1, acknowledge that failure happens. Okay? And so, I think, like, when I train my new dealers on actually how to deal a certain game, I just tell them, you're going to make mistakes, and it's okay. I expect you to make mistakes. Just if you see a mistake, then just fix it. That's all. Okay? And I think by telling them that they will make mistakes, I automatically see them kind of just relax a little bit. Oh, okay. I'm going to make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. And you know what? Whatever you do, unless it's life-threatening, it's okay to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. You're a human being. Okay, number 2, encourage dialogue to foster trust. Oh my gosh, yes. So important. Because problems will arise, challenges will arise. The question is, do you talk about it with your team members? Or if you're a team member, do you talk to your boss? Or whoever's overseeing? And hopefully it's a safe space to be able to do that, safe environment to do that, because by having those conversations, it actually creates trust. As long as you're not just blaming people, right? It's more about having a dialogue and understanding why people do certain things, okay? If you don't understand why, you'll never be able to actually get to the root of the problem, okay? Number 3, separate the person from the failure. So instead of saying you failed, say, oh, the project failed. Because when you say you failed, that's a personal attack on somebody, basically. When you say the project failed, that just means that you're not attacking the person, you're just attacking maybe the process or how you actually went about to actually tackle the project. Okay, and so in here she writes down she explored this point with executives. Okay, so when she asked executives to estimate how many of the failures in their organizations are truly blameworthy, their answers are usually in single digits, like 2%, 5%, what have you. But when she goes on and asks them how many are treated as blameworthy, the execs think about it and they say 70 to 90%. Like, wow. And of course, what happens with that is that a lot of the problems go unreported, right? Because they're being blamed for something that maybe was 2 to 5% of their problem. And so, but they're taking 70 to 9%. Nobody wants to take to take the full blame of something that they barely contributed to, right? And so again, accountability is very important, but also fairness, right? Everyone wants to be treated fairly. Hence, that's why going back to the last point, it is important to have a dialogue so you can understand each person's point of view. Point number 4, learn from your mistakes. Otherwise, they just lost opportunities for growth, right? Again, I believe everything happens for me, not to me. It's just an opportunity to learn something and to grow through it, okay? And the last point, number 5, create a risk-taking and failure system. It says here, being methodical about how we approach risk and failure can help mitigate some of the emotional responses to it. And so, in general, we are emotional beings, humans. We're way more emotional than we are logical, no matter how logical you think you are. Your emotions are so much stronger. And if you are unaware of them, it's going to create some challenges for sure. And so having a system in place that can help that will actually help mitigate. So let's see, one last thing. Why is it so important to go to these lengths? He said his approach is designed as an effort to find the borderline between what is possible and what is not possible. And he says the best designs are those that fall right on the edge of the borderline, just this side of possible. So, do you want an organization that is limited in the thinking and what they can do, or one that is unlimited? I definitely want unlimited. So, I think these are really important or good points to consider when creating an environment for developing resiliency. Really what it is, just it's the culture that you're creating, right? What is the culture of your company, of your organization? And if you're not intentional about it, it's going to be a challenge. And so hopefully you're able to create a culture where people feel safe, that they can actually open up and talk to you, knowing that they won't be falsely accused or reprimanded right away, but instead they feel heard about what happened, and you're seeking to actually understand instead of just trying to ram your ideas down their throats. Anyway, that's all I wanted to share tonight. My throat is getting a little dry, so I'm going to end it there. Hope you're all doing amazing. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Ciao.